Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Charlotte 49ers, Jerry Richardson Stadium, and the fans have been filling this one up in anticipation of this clash. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Charlotte 49ers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Prince Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Pirates will put total leather and we'll get started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Coming after him.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got the back over the middle. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line of the game. And the 49ers want to move quickly. He leaves it with his back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Austin. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains inside the 37.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown 49ers.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pirates offense will go to work for the first time. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Kelly. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the left side. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? They'll try to power their way ahead. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Power football with the run. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The 49ers will hustle to the line. To throw on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the handoff. Nice move to pick up yardage. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And the Pirates trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Hauser. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. Tackled here by the defense. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on 1st down, 2nd and long coming up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
On the defense, they got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You know who's gonna love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him the first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Brown wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights. Good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Pirates will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to...
Going for it all. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
After misfiring, it's second down. Brown will throw it. He's got his man. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The 49ers in the hurry up. Running for it on 4th down. Tackled after picking up the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. looking to go up top on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's Weber. And he'll step across the sideline after making a good gain on that one. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, running back on the move. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're bringing heat. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It is good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Oklahoma State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Stillwater for a long time. They're up by 18 over West Virginia.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Charlotte. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you can see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got his man on the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And the Pirates will punt it away on fourth down. Looking for a block. It's Thomas. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first
so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Brown wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. The 20. Past the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, East Carolina. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a track together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. And the 49ers moving quickly to the line. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte.
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, ECU. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to the back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. Brown will throw it. Back open in the middle. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Weber. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's Mack. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Niners. Play the analytics here. You go for 2. Pushes toward the goal line. He gets across the goal line into the end zone for the 2, and he pushes the lead to 11. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense...
Nothing but green ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. He's right on target. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Pirates are in the hurry-up.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Montgomery. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They get to the line quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the...
Looking for a deep man. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Out of the backfield, he's open. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds a man on the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the 49ers will snap it on 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Feeling some heat. On target. And they'll finally get it down after a terrific pickup. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Trying to get to it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Finds his back in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference maker playing the quarterback position. He gives them a chance to be explosive and light up the scoreboard.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. And while the game is all but decided, why not touchdown 49ers? And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the...
Fellas, it's a final now, one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Dropping back, it's Hauser. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And they spike it to stop the clock. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I feel like this defense just had the answer all game long. It just seems like they're one step ahead of this offense with their ability to dial up pressures, change up their coverages. They've rattled and confused this quarterback throughout the entirety of the contest. They come away with another interception here.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. And that is how we will wrap this one up. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked.
matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off the bye week, the Charlotte 49ers. Taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Hey, EA, I see that the Navy has like all this amazing stadium and entrance and all that good stuff, and you can't give me the mascot? You can't even give me the Niner? Come on, dog. Let's go. Come on. Bring me something. Something over here for Charlotte. Like, come on.
The 49ers will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The midshipman offense is on the field to start this game. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Goes to the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got it up for the first as they mark it at the 32.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back to the time machine in the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the fullback. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The option look. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. This feels like 4-down territory. 3rd and short from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on They'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. So Charlotte's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Mack. At the 40, there he goes. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. The give to the single back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the 49ers racing to the line in the hurry up. Rides to the back. Just buried it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Caught behind the line. It's Austin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The 49ers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Charlotte. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Navy offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Yeah, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
On the option. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to throw, it's Horvat. Shoots it to the left. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Thomas. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the 49ers get enough for the first.
this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll go to the fullback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Mac, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On the option. Now the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Charlotte. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Navy will go back on the attack. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
He'll toss it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 15, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The 49ers want to pick up the tempo. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Austin. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Austin. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch, he's got enough. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. On the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Using his legs, it's Norton. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting 1st downs. To do that, you gotta have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. The 49ers headed quickly to the line. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Navy! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break up a football, you gotta see it and go into perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part. Takes it back to the house for 6.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Hold and fire complete. At the 35, he's loose. Open runway ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Niners. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to New Mexico. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. This offense has a second down play. Give to the fullback. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield, turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this defense seems like they've had a good plan for the QB run game. They just always seem to be in position, and they're just waiting for him to keep the football and try to get outside. Nice scheme coming into this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Horvath coming after him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Navy will have to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. And the 49ers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man, it's Mack. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Austin. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off with a sack at the 20.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The 49ers are stopped, but not before getting the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Now the pitch. Touchdown 49ers! And the punishment has been extended. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room. As he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Navy offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build up, David, you're talking about.
Looking downfield, it's Horvath. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Going up top on 1st down. Getting some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Chapman. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the 49ers want to crank the tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So they're facing third and short from the 25. Got it in the middle, it's Myers. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The 49ers have it with a first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's second and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to scramble. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.
Big, I just now saw your comment. I apologize about that. Playing a little bit of Dynasty mode. We got a few Dynasties going on, though, if you decide.